hurricane, a tidal wave. Essence perfect, life looks brilliant. Give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. Yeah, you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Can get you out of my head again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. I know you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized.
Brief note.
Never gonna stop, never gonna change, never gonna do the things you say. I run my own way to get there. Pulls a coin and I don't seem to care. In the air, no more crowd, just the opposite kind of few clouds. Tell me this time is coming, for the sake of all your lies. Why don't you try to be wise? Know that I need you anyway.
I never wanted to be alive, just to feel like I'm fading. And though my heart breaks a beat down, I cross the lines just to tell you, don't lead the way, don't leave us.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of What If Miss. I am, of course, OLED Ed Fries, joined by my tag team partner, 2/3 of Andre C. How you doing, Mr. Andre?
Sorry, it's 2/3.
There you go.
2/3. I just have to make sure I have the right hands up.
Just don't try to do Undisputed Era. It never works right.
No. I'm doing E Nexus V.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finally, by the way, Marvel finally figured it out. Keep it simple, stupid. Have 8 characters in the entire episode, and only 8 characters. Tell one really good story for 30 minutes, and don't do anything insanely stupid.
Yeah, just like those first 2 episodes. Just like those first 2 episodes, man. It was just outclassed us by a ton. Those first 2 stupid ass episodes, but really never. Only episode 2 is really stupid.
Honestly, this outclassed almost everything we've seen since the end of season 1. Like, let's be honest. It's about
outside of Kaori in the end of season 2. It's right. It's true.
I was gonna say, it's right up there with those as being just about as good. There's something special about the Kaori episode. Like, let's not mix it.
There's
something special about that. But this episode was 8 characters just doing the thing.
Yeah.
And technically, the 9th character that's not listed here, by the way. I just looked at IMDb and I'm like, they're missing one. Wong is in this.
He is.
He's not listed.
He's not listed on the Wikipedia either.
Yeah, he's not, but he's there. And
David Chen is Wong. Never mind, David Chen is voicing Wong in this. It is not our man Benedict Wong.
Really? They don't have Wong and Wong?
It's David Chen.
Oh, Good job, David Chen. I thought that was Benedict Wong. So nice job.
Just like the last episode, there were so many people. When I looked at the cast, I'm like, oh, really? What the hell?
Yeah, I the only one I knew for certain wasn't the one that I thought it was Quentin Beck. Alejandro Saab did a very good job, but it was very clearly not.
Yeah, this is a different. Like, they're not trying to be MCU, like a regular MCU Quentin Beck. This is an older Quentin Beck. This is.
I would pay good money to see the movie about this Quentin Beck and how he got here.
God, just take off from the end of the alternate end of the Eternals, and just to watch his rise to power, like wearing the glass. Because obviously in this one, Spider-Man did not get the glasses back because he kept the nanotech from Stark, obviously. So.
And we also know in this universe, not only that, but we also have WandaVision happened in this universe as well, because we have Vision.
White Vision, yeah. So we had WandaVision happen. Yeah, you're right. So we have Vision, as
Vision.
Let's say Vision.
But this is fantastic. Jeffrey Wright is honestly
watching all over this.
But he's kind of a show stealer in this episode. And again, I love when we get Jeffrey Wright kind of being this like character in the episode as opposed to just our narrator.
I agree.
Because this entire season, he's been a narrator. Here's what I'm doing. Here's the things that are happening. But like the one with Doctor Strange, where it was, that first season, the first time we really saw him be a physical character, where he's like this one, he's like, Riri Williams, a hero who I love watching live because of the way she fights and the way she always has all of this energy to do the things she needs to do, but how I hate watching her die every single time. And I'm just like, this is what If is supposed to be. If you're gonna make the Watcher more than just a narrator, which, by the way, if he's going to be just a narrator, that's fine. But we've shown all in every season that he's not just the narrator of the show. He is an active participant.
Yeah, he actively affected the end of season 1. He was actively affecting the end of season 2. So, yeah, it's going to actively affect the last 3 episodes, I feel.
Yeah. Oh, given what we heard, it's going to absolutely affect the episodes, but we'll get there when we get there. Dominique Thorne shines as Riri Williams in this episode. Again, as every time we've seen Dominique Thorne, she's been a delight to see on screen. Dominique Thorne is a lot like Kamala Khan for me. Every time her character is on my TV screen, I smile.
Yeah, me too.
Because there's just something about the energy that this character brings that lights something inside of me. And it's the same way with the way Kamala Khan is written and the way she's brought to life. Between Dominique Thorne and oh god, now I can't remember her name. The actress who plays Kamala Khan, off the top of my head, I cannot remember her name right now. She's a wonderful Canadian. I know. She's my favorite Canadian.
Oh.
She's my favorite Canadian.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, the knife so deep in my chest.
I just wanted to see how much I could hurt.
That one. I'm bleeding out, baby. You like her more than you like. Iman Vellani. I didn't even look it up. You like Iman Vellani more than you like Melball. Really? Oh, more than Bob.
I mean, Melball is fantastic, but she does not make me smile the way Iman Vellani makes me smile.
Oh, dude, the knife's so deep in my chest, and Mel's chest, and Bobby's chest. Oh, we're all bleeding out right now.
You'll all get over it. It's fine. But no.
Oh, you're mean.
You'll all get over it. It's fine. But no. So this episode starts with Emily Van Camp coming back as Sharon Carter, playing the power broker. I'm dying to see where this goes in the MCU because this is one of my favorite loose ends from Falcon and the Winter Soldier that I'm praying we get some kind of follow-up for in Brave New World. It's one
I
of
feel like she's going to appear in that movie at some point for some reason. Because remember, she's not
excommunicated anymore. She's
Yeah.
back as a.
I couldn't remember the word. I couldn't remember that word.
Well, she was. I mean, she wasn't really excommunicated, but it's the same idea. But no, she's back working for the government again. And as she said on the phone call in the post-credit scene, government secrets, and while prototype weapons are off the table, government secrets aren't.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see where she goes from there.
Yep.
But her and Dominique have this great thing where they're having a conversation about Dominique needing an easy bake oven. And while, yes, I said there was nothing stupid in this, I love the idea because we've seen Vision already kind of like he was in the beginning of this episode, and you see like essentially like an Iron Legion, because we find out that Quentin Beck in this universe took over Stark. He was the one who got handed the keys to Stark, which is another great what if I would love to see. Tony and Quentin Beck working hand in hand longer after Barth.
I still feel like he got the glasses from Peter. I'm feeling like that's it plays off of Far From Home, because he gets the glasses.
I think it goes
Peter
back further than that. I think it goes all the way back to Barth. I think this is because remember, Quentin Beck is a former employee of Stark Industries. I think it goes all the way back to there where him and Tony got along somehow. Because it didn't say that he just had Stark technology. It said he ran Stark. So I think he ran Stark
He
Industries.
technically would have ran Stark if he kept the glasses. You got to remember, he gets control of Stark Industries when Peter gives him Edith. So
he gets control of the glasses. That doesn't necessarily.
Which controls everything with Stark Industries. It is
except for
Iron
Happy.
Man. Yeah, but again, in the world, I truly believe he took the glasses and he became the head of Stark Industries. That's at least the world I'm choosing to believe with this episode.
Yeah. Either way, we know that Dominique Thorne needs low tech, and you don't get any more low tech than an easy bake oven.
Oh, so good.
Emily Van Camp is Sharon Carter is like, look, sounds like you're building a weapon, and if you need somebody to move said weapon, I'm interested. And she's like, no, I just want to bake a bundt cake. And we see that we're in a world where the Eternals weren't there. So essentially the entire MCU with the exception of one movie.
Well, they essentially failed. I would say they failed.
Well, this says that the Eternals didn't come back together in time to...
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because one of them is in this at one point. He does show up because he wears his armor. Yeah. And he's fighting, yeah.
But they say that the Eternals did not come back together in time to stop Tiamut from hatching. We see that Quentin Beck has, with his Stark power, has managed to take the Iron Legion and all of his nanotech ability to interlace that with the illusion technology that Quentin Beck has with his Mysterio suit to basically run what's left of the Earth. And by the Earth, we mean 4 or 5 pieces of the Earth that are floating, like season, I think that's 6 of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
If you're watching the show, just right in the background here, that is the exploded Earth from the.
But it reminds me of what was it, season 5 or 6 of S.H.I.E.L.D., where they have they're mining, they're in space.
5 or I think it's 5. Yeah, 5. When Quake destroys the Earth. Yeah.
But Quentin Beck is taking control. There's a very, very, very small resistance apparently, which is led by Valkyrie, General Valkyrie, Ying Nan, which is the Michelle Yeoh character from Shang-Chi.
Mm-hmm.
And then we
Wongers.
have Wongers.
You got Wongers. You got Okoye, played by Kenna Ramsey here. That's pretty much it.
Yep, that was the entire resistance. And they meet with Dominique Thorne.
Well, no, and they're because I don't think it's Wong. Is it Wong that puts the armor on, or is it the
dude from
the Eternals that puts the armor on? I thought it was the dude from the Eternals.
No, it's Wong.
The dude that looks like Wong from the Eternals. That's what I thought it was, but okay.
Nope, just Wong. But no, we get these 4 coming to Dominique Thorne and basically telling her like, look, we know you're building a weapon. We've been spying on you for all these months. We need you to build this weapon, and we need you to build it now. And they tell her she has a couple of months, but in reality, then Vision starts to come to attack them, and she has 7.5 minutes.
Very, again, ticking clock. It always makes something better.
And I love her reaction to the ticking clock. Like, she's actively annoyed by the ticking clock as she's trying to work her magic to make this all work in almost no time. And, you know, Vision goes through everybody with like a knife through butter. He has zero issues getting through everybody. Until she goes ahead and uses the weapon to knock him out. They explain what happened, but essentially it stops him from being able to phase through the different quantum states that he has to be able to, you know, go invisible type things, which is great. Again, which it's a form of an Iron Man suit that she has. It's like the chest piece of an Iron Man suit that she's building, which makes sense for Riri Williams. They then decide that this means Quentin Beck's coming for them, which means that they're pretty much dead now. And they understand that. And they're willing to, you know...
So you need to go on the offensive.
Well, that's what Riri wants to do. The rest of them were more than content to wait for Quentin Beck to come to them. But
and then they board the greatest ship in all of MCU, the Asgardian skiff.
Yes,
from Thor: Love and Thunder. Great movie.
No.
And what will be the end of our MCU rebound? Which
I can't wait.
Ed dreads.
I cannot wait to spend 2 hours just absolutely shitting on every moment of that movie.
Oh, I can't wait it again.
But no. Speaking of a time clock, we're on a bit of a time clock tonight.
Yes. We got about 15 minutes left.
Yeah, this is fantastic though. Like, we get through. Riri uses Vision's ability to be able to use the neural network within him and within her tech to be able to see through the illusions of Mysterio, which is an insanely cool idea that I can totally, like, it's a MacGuffin, but I can believe that it's technically possible in the MCU, considering in Wakanda Forever, we watched Riri Williams build an Iron Man.
Yeah, and the fact that, she had Quentin repurposed the Vision for what he wanted. So his nanotech is in there. His programming is in there. So it makes sense that she'd be able to use it to see through things. It makes complete sense here.
Which is great, because often that's where the show goes way off its case, where it starts, you know, dipping into things that make zero sense to be able to happen.
Yeah, like Agatha singing to get the eternal powers, sure. But
I mean, it's a magical spell, but we're going to move on from that. We get here. Quentin Beck does something to up the neural network that he's working on so that Riri can't see through it.
Yeah.
And everybody goes down, and it's just Riri. Riri's essentially by herself.
Yep.
Until Ying Nan wakes her up and tries to help her see if they can get into where they need to go. However, it's all a clever ploy by Mysterio, who has her locked up in a jail cell and says that everybody else is already dead.
And again, there's all the reveals. It's like, you never even left the battlefield, and it reveals that they're still on the battlefield. And I'm like, oh my god! Like,
and
so
this is why
cool
I
reveal.
love Mysterio. This is the Mysterio that I've wanted to see, and I thought that it's the one thing they did really, really well with the Mysterio that we got in Far From Home. Because this is the type of thing he can do. Like, this is the type of... He's essentially a less good version of the Reality Stone. And if done right, he's actually can be almost as powerful as the Reality Stone. And it's great. And he basically beats her down, and he's going to take the power from her suit. He's going to use that power because it's part nanotech and part neural network like the Vision. He's going to go ahead and rewrite it, and he starts sucking it onto him like we had from season 1 with the Killmonger and Arnim Zola with the Ultron suit with the stones. And I'm like, all right, cool. We know how this works. We've seen this done before. This is great. And then the Watcher gets sick and tired of watching.
And he's like, fight! He tells her to fight because he's like, and this is where it ends. This is where I see it end every time. And he's turning away to leave. And then he gets like, no, and turns and yells, fight! And she tells her to fight. And it's just like, yes.
And again, I love seeing the humanity in the Watcher, who's not human. There is no humanity, but they build humanity into this character, and it's fantastic. And Dominique fights back, or sorry, Riri fights back, and she goes ahead and pulls all of the nanites from her suit back onto her. And in turn, they like phase through each other. And when phasing through him, she takes all of his nanites that he says that he had programmed into himself. She takes them out of him.
That's a vision move right there, baby.
It was a great vision move. I love it. It was fantastic. And he realizes that it's over now.
And you can see him withering away at this point because he's lost all the things that essentially is keeping him alive. It's all, and he did say earlier, it took having all the nanites in his body took a toll on his body. That's why he's looking so old and gone. When she takes it out, he has no ability to do anything.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And again, cannot say enough good words about Alejandro Saab in this. He was fantastic. The verbal jujitsu between him and Dominique Thorne here were fantastic.
Yeah.
And Dominique wins, and the world is saved. And then we get two Watchers watching the Watcher like it's a TV show. There were three. There were only two named.
No, there's three. All three were named, and all three spoke. So you have the Eminence, played by Jason Isaacs, aka Lucius Malfoy.
Yeah.
You have the Incarnate, played by DC Douglas, and then you have the Executioner, played by Darren DePaul.
And Darren DePaul is returning after playing.
He played something else this season.
Zeus, I believe, wasn't
Zeus.
it?
He was in Zeus in the last episode. I think you're right. Yeah, he was Zeus in episode in that great episode 4. Okay, good. It was good.
We're not getting into that.
Good episode 4.
No, we're not even giving it that. And they say, look, he's done it again. Like, he's gotten involved again. We have to stop this. And there's our multiversal plot for episode 7 and 8.
Yeah,
we know it's not necessarily gonna matter for tomorrow's episode. But now we have our multiversal plot for episode 8.
Because they have announced for the cast, they have announced Eminence, Incarnate, and Executioner for both 7 and 8.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And Birdie's coming back.
You're literally trying to anger me tonight.
I am. I'm always trying to anger you. Come on. It's my job.
But no, this was fantastic. This was incredibly well done. There was nothing wrong with this episode. Brian Andrews, Matthew Chauncey, Ryan Little, fantastic work. You guys wrote an incredible story because they told us exactly what we needed to know about what happened before we got there. And it leaves us on an idea of what's going to happen from here. But it's a world that I think almost everybody's going to want to go back to. And those are the best what if episodes. The best what if episodes are the ones where I want to go back to the universe wherever this takes place.
Yeah, I agree. I would love to see so much more come out of this universe.
Yeah. So I am very excited for episode 7 and 8. I think episode 6 is going to be intriguing, but it could be hit or miss because it seems a lot of what we've seen from the rest of the season. However, the way that they did last year's old-timey episode and how much I enjoyed that, Marvel 1602, makes me believe this is going to be fine and going to be fun and I'm going to enjoy it.
I feel like the 1872 episode is going to be a strong lead-in, and whatever happens at the end is going to feed right into going into 7 and 8.
Oh, absolutely. When they're going to have a scene at the end that's your tipping off point to where we go next. But thank you for joining us on this ride. We greatly appreciate it. We will be back, either myself or me and Andre, tomorrow night. So we will be definitely here to talk about that. But tonight, please do not forget, in 2 hours and 30 minutes time, we're going to be starting Honor Ramble, the last Honor Ramble for Kimmy Sokol, as she is a part of our local establishment for this. We cannot thank you guys enough for trying to show up for this one. It is going to be a great time. Some people have apparently already let some things out of the bag. So, just make sure you're here, because there's going to be some interesting Easter eggs coming in the near future. If you want to see more...
a post-credit scene.
Yes. If you want to see more from Andre C., please make sure that you're here tomorrow night for Japanese Wrestling Update. It'll be a little later than usual, but Andre...
As of right now, we're still going at 10 Eastern, but there is a small possibility it gets delayed a little bit. But as of right now, we're going at regular time. So,
all right. So be there for Japanese Wrestling Update. And if you want to catch any of their content, please go over to Andre and Melball Wrestling Talk, where you can find all of their content. If you go over to that YouTube channel, you can find out where you can watch it and listen to it on video form, audio form, all kinds of fun stuff. A+ Productions, all kinds of great work over there. For over here at our local establishment, you can find me in the New Year's. We have New Year's Evil coming up for Taking Over. There will be no Taking Overs until the New Year, so enjoy the rest of the year without having to hear me yammer at you on a Tuesday night. Me and Andre will be back for the next couple of nights. We have Point of View on Sunday. And coming up right now, or in a few minutes on this channel, make sure you stick around. We got a trip to the territories with our good friend,
Eastern.
with my good friend and second favorite Canadian, Papa Smokes. And of course, Bobby Munson is here as well.
I'm not even your second. Wow.
Oh, the knife just keeps getting deeper.
I'm just seeing how many Canadians I could put ahead of you just to irritate you. It's so great.
Oh God, it's the blood is oozing out now.
Throwback. What's good, guys? Playing MLB 2K. Brody is playing Monopoly Go. It was great. It was great at NXT. I was very happy to see Throwback again. This time to get a picture with Throwback, meet the little one. It was fantastic. Thank you for jumping in. We greatly appreciate it. Again, make sure you're here for Honor Ramble tonight. It is the final episode for Kimmy Sokol here. We cannot thank her enough for all the time and energy she is putting here in our local establishment. And we cannot fathom the greatness that's going to come from this 23-year-old young lady. Still irks me to hell that she's only 23.
Fuck, I feel so old. I'm 37, man.
I know. I'm older than you, and I feel old when I talk about Kimmy Sokol. But we'll leave all that for later on tonight. Thank you all for joining us. We greatly appreciate it, and we'll see you all next time.